sound. That vowel sound in Arabic may be long, such as a, e, u, and those are the three long sounds. Or it may be short, a, e, u. Or it may be what is called a diphthong, taking one short vowel and mixing it with a different long vowel to produce a new sound. A-e, a-u, u-e, e-u. Some people don't quite go with me on that fourth one, but it's in the Quran, and we can show it anytime. Okay. All right. And they do it, but they don't consider it to be a diphthong. Well, a diphthong, that's because they haven't dealt with the definition of a diphthong. A diphthong is when you pronounce two different vowel sounds together to produce a new sound. And we will get into that at another time. We want to move on now because we're going to be using the word syllabication, which comes from the word syllable. So now the very basis of reading Quran is to recognize syllables. You can recognize syllables in two ways. The way that I'm going to teach you now, or by rote. What do I mean by rote? You heard somebody say it, you said the way they said it. You heard somebody say it, you said the way they said it. But you don't know what you're doing if you come to a new situation altogether. So the effort that we're putting forth is to try to make it so that you'll be able to do independent study, meaning that you don't have to wait for your teacher. Once you get the syllabication program down, you don't have to wait for someone. If you see a word, the first thing you want to do, and that's what we're going to do here today, the first thing we want to do is recognize, see what is the vowel. Since every syllable has to have one, right? We want to see what the vowel is. Once we see what the vowel is, then we want to know how is that vowel treated. And that vowel can be treated one of 4 ways. And one of 4 ways only. It can be, when we're talking about pronunciation, it can be pronounced by itself, such as I just gave you, naming the three long vowels, 3 short vowels, and the 4 diphthongs. It can be pronounced, those 10 sounds, 3 long, 3 short, that's 6, and 4 diphthongs, that's 10 sounds. They can form a syllable by themselves. But they also one of them must be in every other syllable in the language. Anything else, one of them must be in it. But it may be one of them may be in another syllable by pronouncing the vowel from a consonant position. What is a consonant, brother? Well, it's contrary to what we teachers, including myself, used to teach. I used to teach children that a syllable was that a consonant was a non-vowel sound. And that's wrong. Even the word itself tells you it's wrong. Consonant. Con means with. Check out any English word and you'll see that con, when you check out the meaning of that word, if it's got con in it, it's going to somehow deal with something being with something. Consonant. Sonant comes from the word sona, which means sound. That's what a consonant is. It goes with sound. And it can go with sound in these, this will give you the other 3 types of syllables. It can go with sound by giving you a position from which to start making a sound. That would be syllable type 2. Or it can give you a position in which to stop making a sound. Let me give you an example. We'll take the same letter. The second letter of the Arabic alphabet and the English alphabet is this. And I don't have time to play with you today. Ordinarily I play with you with, but this is the consonant, the second letter in the English alphabet and in the and the Arabic alphabet is the same. You notice I didn't put any sound with it. None of your consonants have sound. You have to add a vowel with it to get sound. All right. So, because some people say, "Oh, he must mean B." Well, no, I mean just what I said. I mean this. Because if I said I can go to that position, I don't have to say E from there. I can say boo from there. Boo. See, I didn't say E. Bah. I didn't say E. So that's what we're talking about. So that's a position from which to start making a sound. We take that same position, and I like it, although there are 26 other positions. Well, no, 25 other positions, 24 other positions in which we can stop making a sound. But I like that one because it's easy to see. So we have, we're going to now stop the same ah. See, I say, in that position, I go here and I say bah. Bah. That's syllable type 2. Starting in a consonant position and saying ah. Now I'm going to say ah again, but I'm going to stop in that same consonant position because it's easy to see. ab, ab. Just turning backward, ab, ab. All right. Then the fourth way that a vowel can be treated is by pronouncing it between two consonant positions. I'm going to use the same consonant position, the same one, this one. I'm going to use it before and after the same vowel, a, bab, bab. So we have a, ba, ab, bab. Those are your four types of syllables. Now let's get to work on this on the Al-Fatiha here, because I want you to see me perform the syllabication process. Remember that big word I told you you're going to hear? Syllabication. I mean, I want you to see how we pronounce the syllable. We're going to first up here, this is called the ta'uz. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. The first word is a'udhu. What's the first vowel? A. How is it treated? It's by itself. So that's the first syllable. So we're going to use red and black so you can see the alternation between it. This is regular writing up here, and when we do the syllabication, we're going to do it in two different colors so you can easily see where one syllable stops and another one starts. So the first syllable, and these short lines, we're going to syllabicate them right alongside each other. Then when we get to the long one down here, we're going to do it underneath, okay? So this first here, this is a commandment upon us that before we pray or recite Quran, read Quran, which praying is reciting Quran, we make ta'uz. We say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, which means I seek refuge with Allah from Satan, the rejected enemy. First syllable is what? Ah. So we're going to write it and read it. All right, that's not really the sound, and this is just a post to hold it. All right, that's not the sound is at the top of it. Ah, ah. Okay. Now the next syllable, oh, we're going to make it black. This letter that looks like this, it actually looks like this. But when we connected it, we cut the tail off of it, all right? And that's another thing in syllabication, you'll get a chance to learn what each of the letters look like in all four positions. An alphabet in the Arabic language has four different structures. There are some of them, there are a few of them not, but just for the sake of our discussion, let's say four different. It has a position of what it looks like when it's written by itself, what it looks like when it's at the beginning of a word, what it looks like in the middle of a word, and what it looks like at the end of a word. Now we have a few exceptions, but we're not going to deal with that right now because of time. All right? So this, oh, that's the first letter. That letter tells me to go in the throat, and we're going to make this ooh sound from in the throat. Ooh from here will be oh, oh, oh. So it's not a ooh, it's a ooh. All right, a ooh. And by the way, I don't claim to be a scholar, but we do have one here with us today, and I hope he don't beat me up too bad. All right. If you take it, and he's subject to do it, you know. I used to be his boss, by the way. Y'all didn't know that.
We did.
Yes,
yeah, you told us about that.
Okay. And then the next syllable is zu. Did I have the dot over there? Yes, it's over. The other thing that's good about what we're doing here is that you may not be able to see it too well, but because this is going to be archived on the digital system, you'll be able to take your smartphone or whatever it is and make it larger so you'll be able to see it. We had to make it small in order to get it all up here. All right, I usually write much larger. Okay, so now that's one word. How many syllables in that first word? Come on, you can count. Three. A-lu. Every word must have at least one syllable. All right, and in this case we have three syllables. A-lu. Someone say something? Oh, okay. All right, so we're going to move on. And every other syllable is going to be alternating in color so you can see where the syllable is. A-lu. So the next syllable is going to be black so we won't have it mixed up. And one of the other reasons for this, for those of you who are not familiar with Arabic writing, is that Allah blessed me with this idea because just separating the word doesn't necessarily show you the syllable, because some words have a separation in them simply because the letter that's coming up next will not accept. I mean, the letter that's that's there first will not accept another letter connecting to it. That's what we have here and here. This word is broken into three parts just like we have it here. Not because of syllables though, because this letter will not accept a connection on the left, and this letter will not accept a connection on the left. So the color scheme works for us. And I went through some things trying to make funny looking marks, and finally I just said, why don't you just get a red pen and a black pen and forget all of that. And now you would think I would have seen that right away. It took me years to figure out to use two different colors and solve the problem. Although the next term is billahi. Although billahi. We're not going to talk too much about the meaning of the words now. We want to deal with the syllabication. But it is important for you to understand that this syllabication process will also enable you to ultimately see the root word, because you're breaking it up anyway. And then you'll see it. You'll be able to figure out. You get familiar with prefixes, infixes, and suffixes, and all of a sudden the root will just jump out at you. Just up, I remember one that was most interesting to me was Sirati. I looked at Sirati, and it just jumped out. That's awesome. Sirati, that long word coming from the same word as awesome. All right. Okay. So we want to move on now. Billahi. So now when we're syllabicating, let me explain this to you. Some letters may get left out in this process. Why? Because they are not pronounced. And if we're not using them for sound, then we leave them out in the syllabication process. In the syllabication process, all that is written is what is heard. All right. So billahi. So we actually, we got like dum dum. We got two letters here, and we're going to skip to this one here, double here. So we're actually skipping from here all the way over here. This and these two here are not pronounced. But we'll deal with that another time in more detail. Billah. So that long word then goes like this. Bill. And then the next syllable is what? Law. Billah. Now, I know that I have people who are different with me on this, but I will say, not for the sake of discussion, let's have the debate on it later, all right? Because the many scholars say billah, billah. Here is my position. I take it, I stand on it, I run with it. The sound law is in the Arabic language one time in the word Allah. Everywhere else, that same lam alif is la. Allah doesn't change. So I don't change. When it's referring to Allah, I don't change. I know the rule of tajweed on that. The rule of tajweed said if Allah is preceded by a word that ends in kasra, then you pronounce it. Pronounce the law la. I remember when Imam Mohammed made a little joke about it one time. He said, "I'll put you to sleep." And so I invite you right now, before we move on any further, say law. Law. Say la. La. Law. Law. La. Which way does the sound go when you say law? Up. Which way does it go when you say la? Into the stomach. All right. Okay, so that's just a little something. It's not worth, we don't have to set up a whole new school of thought on that now. We can become a new kind of Muslim or something. I'm not going to refuse to follow you in prayer if you say billah. But then I hope you don't refuse to follow me in prayer when I say billah. All right? And we'll be all right. Billahi. Okay? Change pens. Lahi. That letter on the end, when it's like, this is the letter we're dealing with right here. When it's written by itself, it looks like this, just a circle. All right? Something like that. Okay? Billahi. Here is a mistake that a lot of people say. They'll say, minash shaitan. Syllabication will show you that this is not minash shaitan. It's me. The na is going with shaitan. So it's not minash. If you say minash shaitan, then you're putting a shadda on here. You're adding another letter. It's me. Me. And then nash, taking the noon off of mina. Nash, and skipping these first two letters here and going to the, here we don't have time to deal with the shadda and all of that today. It is important to understand it, but that's not what we're doing. We just want to show you the syllabication process. So there's two of them here, minash. So we take the noon from minah, go nash, And then Shay. I'm moving a little fast. We got two of them. Shay. Shay. And then tall. Tall. Near. And I'm going to do, we don't use, in Arabic, we don't put stuff on the next line, you know, I would do, but we have to do it today because I run out of board because I was writing too big. So let me just put this little, shaitan near and then ra. That should really go on the same line with it. And then Gene. That's the taroos. And there's much more that we could have done to talk about this, but we're trying to move fast so because everybody's taking the time where he act like he on time or something. All right. Okay. Surah Al-Fatiha. So hope that you can see what we're doing now, and I'll just do it and say it and won't look around at you because I know you're probably tired of looking at me anyway. All right. So Surah Al-Fatiha. Ra. Tul. Going into the elephant, taking the two and go tul. And this is Tam Arabu tap when we get ready to do the cell application, wind up looking just like a regular tap. Surah Tul. Fa. Ti. Ha. This is the same letter as this, but when it's at the end of a word, we reduce it from ta, it's tam out of boot ta, but we reduce it to ha. And so this is what it would look like. Change color. I just looked up and saw Muhammad Kawi out there. I didn't see you come in, but I see you now. Ha. No dots on it now. Fatiha. All right. All right. Now let's start with the first ayat. Bis. What's the first thing you do? You're looking for the vowel. So the vowel is E. How is it treated? We're using the same position we talked about here, and then we're going to end it. We're going to take this E and end it with S. So we get bis. Bis. All right? Mil, connecting me to Allah. Mil. Law. Again, this will be Bismillah, but I told you what I like. I tell you how I like it, all right? Bismillah. Here, taking the he off the end of Allah and connected to Rahman. Here. Rah. Man. A lot of people say man. And the word is Rahman. But when you syllabicate, you're going to hear that ma is a syllable, and then the noon goes with the next syllable. Rahman. And you say Rahman, Ya Rahim, you've done the same thing we were talking about up here. You put a shat down on the noon and made it two of them. Rahman, Ya Rahim. Rahman. Ma, near. Because when the noon is going on to connect to the next word, Rahim, near. Ra. And this syllable, and this is not, this is Ra. And this one is just Ra. You hear some people say, this means you're rock man, not rock, Ra. All right, Ra. Man, near, Rahim. All right. So now we have done one ayah. We're doing pretty good. If there's no mark on top of it, this is just something that we don't have time to deal with in detail now, but you need to know what I'm doing here. And each line in the Al-Fatiha can be recited by itself. So when I'm leading prayer, I do it the way I'm going to do here. But if I'm saying it in unison with everybody, then I say it the way you say it. I say Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim, Maliki Yawmi. I'll stop at the end of each line. But the signs that we're losing, the little what they call waqf signs. The waqf signs tell us some of the ends we're not supposed to stop. So I don't when I'm by myself, but when I'm saying with you, I say it the way you say it. But evidently both ways are acceptable because I hear big scholars using it. Okay? And so I'm not here to recreate the world, just try to show you what Allah has blessed me with. Okay, so Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. So by the way, there's no mark on top, and when there's no mark on top of it, then we stop for sure. But if there's a la, we're not supposed to stop. If there's a ta, we stop. La, no stop, okay, and so forth. But again, as I say, I hear too many people stopping at the end of each line to think that they're all wrong, okay? But I'm just going by what the signs are saying here, the waqf signs. Okay, El, Hum. Look at how the vowel is. See, this vowel was pronounced here and stops in the El. This next vowel, same vowel, but it starts here and ends here. It's in between two consonants. Elham. Do. Lil. Law. Alhamdulillah. He. Circle, just a circle. Rabb. Ain't no driving Uber. I get a chance to meet a lot of different people. So one day this week, I had this lady. She was Muslim. I was taking her up to Western Avenue in Devon Street. Everybody that live in Chicago area know that's Muslim town up there. Alhamdulillah, Rabb. And she was just talking. She identified, let me know that she knew who I was based on my name and so forth. And then she was talking to, and she was, I don't know what the other person was here say. Alhamdulillah, 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 Alhamdulillah. Not Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Now, but they understood what he did, but we don't want to corrupt the language like that because you lessen the worth of it. Alhamdulillah. But they just say Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Well, we say, I ain't gonna. Well, that's the same thing. That's what they have gotten used to. And you understand me just as well if I say, I ain't gonna do that. I didn't see that in the book, brother. Oh, you mean you are not going to do it? I ain't gonna do it. All right. Rabbil. I'm just showing you there what has happened to the language, and we have to try to clean it up because it will have more meaning to it if you clean it up. But if you just take it like that, just the way they do it, you will be right in the same shape there again. When you look at the fullness of the language, it will enrich in your spirit. You'll feel better about it than just making some sound. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil I. Here's the word here, this letter again. But it got a long vowel, I. Over here is not the vowel, a vowel is not connected to it, but I connected. I, la, me, and you notice that there's a la here, means so I'm going to take the noon and go to the next line. Me, so next line is Ar-Rahman. Instead of saying Ar-Rahman, we're going to take the noon from here. I, me, not Ar-Rahman. All right? Like I read, not. But if I was saying it with you, I would say I, me, and then go say Ar-Rahman. All right? But here, I'm following the waqf sign. Not, Ra, Ma. Near. Taking the end off the noon. Near. Going to Rahim. Near. Ra. Him. Him. Himi. So it's a he. But the six that don't stop, so he. And even though we're not taking it to another line, he, and then me. Means that we're going to pronounce that last vowel now because we're not stopping it. He, me. All right. Next ayat right here. Yeah, I got enough on there. Ma. I'll make it black. He, me. Ma. Li. He. Yao. Mid. None of y'all mid-deen. Y'all mid-deen. All right? Mid. Y'all mid-deen. All right? Y'all mid-deen. Okay. Give me my time back. Yeah, cat, now we'll do E. What's happening with this vowel here? It is one long vowel pronounced by itself. E, the first, I made it black. Let's keep with our pattern, okay? E. Yeah. Okay. Now. This now. Now voodoo. Not nabudu. Now. You got to go in the throat. This is syllable type 4. Now. This takes you in the throat like a number up here. Now. Boo. Do. Well. E. That same syllable over again. E. Yeah. Okay. Nest. Nest. Nesta'in. Nest. Ain. 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 You got no ain. All right. Okay. Nesta'in. All right, that takes care of that line. Now, we're going to Ihdina Siratal Mustaqim. And the word is Ihdina. But what happens? It's going to the sword. So it's not Ihdinas, it's Ihdinos. Because the sword affects that ad. So the word is Ihdina. But when we connect it to the Sirah, it's Ihdinos. Okay? Nos. Si. Ra. Kau. tall. Wrong. Something that didn't fit right. So tall. Tall. Next word. Mus. Ta. Deen. Okay. Key is qiyamah. Qiyamah. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. Alright. See Rodel, and we're going to go underneath now, okay? Can I have a couple more? Oh, I got one more minute. I think we do this. See? Raw. Tall. La. The. Ne. N. And this is not the same N, but it is solid. What we just say and when we're saying and, but N. But I really want to stop because some people say an umta. It's an ein. We put it in it's an ein to N. Ein. An ein. Ta. I. This word. I. Lay. There's a diphthong. A. Lay. Him. That's that same that is made many different ways. This is the same. Lay him. Ghay. Not gay. Ghay. Ghay. Real. Real. Mog. Not mag, mog. That letter tells you to go in the throat deep heavy. Mog, not mag, it would be mog. I left the dot off here. I was trying to go over this and there should be a dot here. Okay. Mog, do. Be. I. Lay. Him. Where. Well, lad is lad, isn't it? But the lad is going into the heavy letter. So it's not lad, it's lord. Or lord. Or lord. Doll. Not doll. You got to take one of these. Doll. Long doll. Doll. As long as the mat down, long. Doll, and then lean. I know y'all glad I'm too. I am too. This could take hours, but I wanted to get it done so it'll be archived, and that which you didn't understand, you can go over it again, What Sister Robin has told me she's going to do, inshallah, is on this project of syllabicating the entire Quran. We're going to do the inshallah, we're going to do the whole Quran this way. Initially, pardon, I say inshallah, if Allah will, pardon. But initially I was going to do a page a month, and then I looked in the Quran, I saw it was 850 pages. That's 850 months. And the 850 months divided by 12, that's 70 years, .333. I may not make it. So we're going to have to, we're going to put more, we're going to put it on the board, what we can on the board, but we're going to give Sister Robin a package. So there will be more on the website than will be on the board. This you'll be able to go back to and figure your way through it, because we're not going to have the time to go through every page one Sunday, once a month, and one Sunday out of the month, because otherwise y'all might think I'm too old. When he going to leave here? Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.